Oh, that would help. The mic was muted, but that doesn't answer why my screen is black right now, though, and I don't have the sim showing up for some reason when it's running. I figured that was enough Rick Astley. I think I had it played and over again like twice already, I think. But hello, Sim Caesar. Hello, M. Glickman. Happy Halloween. I was hoping Sim was going to start a stream, so that's why I was holding out still, because I wasn't sure if he was actually going to not bother tonight or if he was just going to do one later or not, but yeah. Why is that not showing up? Why is it not capturing Sim? That's weird. See, it knows it's running. And it was capturing it before. Alright, let's try seeing if I can capture something different instead, and then I'll switch it back. Oh, that doesn't work either. Okay, let's try changing it back. I doubt it's gonna fix it. Why? Why are you doing this to me? Hmm. It was working before. I don't know why it stopped. I'm wearing a costume every day, but you can see it if you want to. See? Probably scarier than anything else that you'd see at the door. Oh, I had a feeling that was going to happen at some point. I see it's put in a percentage sign in front of things again for some reason, but thank you for the. Yeah. User with the rate of 6. So why is it not capturing the sim? Why?
All right.
Simcy hype, Simcy hype, Simcy hype.
And Sim, thank you for the resub for 20 months at tier 3. I forgot you did that. Oh yeah, that's right, because you were bugging me about emails, but thank you though, I really do appreciate that. I wish you would have not done that, but yeah.
Tier 3 baby.
Tier 3 baby. Thank you for the bit cheer. Why is the sim not showing up? I don't want to restart it because it's gonna cause the stream to stutter at some point too, or cut out. Oh, I hope I don't have to restart OBS. See, it is running because I can do display capture, but then it's not that good quality though, and I don't want to use display capture. I find that game capture captures it better. Don't get that anti-aliasing as bad or anything. So I don't get why it's not getting it though. I'm gonna try shutting the sim down as much as I don't want to. I'm gonna try restarting it and see if that works. If it doesn't, then I guess I'll be using display capture. Yeah, I tried that already though, Sim. I just tried that like a minute ago too. When you actually did your resub, that's what I was doing. But it's funny though because it was working earlier, and I know it was working before I went to work last week too. So I mean, like the last time I streamed, it was working. Oh, it hasn't dropped in frames yet, but usually it drops frames when it gets so far. Why is it actually popping that up now? Uh, yeah, that didn't do anything either. I just tried it again a second time and it's still not wanting to capture it for some reason. So it's. I wonder why that is. I'm in the right scene, obviously. It sounds like it's going to be a troubleshooting stream now instead. Either that or I just forget about it and use display capture and just suffer with the little bit less quality, I guess. Or I try changing scenes and see what happens too, maybe. Nope, still doesn't want to do it. I don't get it. Huh. I'm curious what if it's an issue with OBS or something. I'm gonna try running PGA 2K23 and see if anything happens with that. Just to test it, see what if that actually runs or not. See, it's capturing that for some reason, so it's not OBS then. I'm not gonna alt F for it. I'm gonna close it the right way. The what way does ascended gravity call that? So that makes me wonder if it's an MSFS issue then. I mean, if it's something to do with MSFS, then just not letting it be. I don't know. That's doesn't make any sense either. Still not capturing it. So we might be using display capture then, I guess, as long as the audio captures too. It should, because I don't think the audio matters. I think the audio is separate from the source for capturing the gameplay, anyways. So it's not gonna capture the sim. That's disappointing. All right, display capture it is then. I just have to get rid of the frame rate counter so we're not looking at that the whole time. The sim's taking longer to load too right now for some reason since I updated the PMDG earlier. That shouldn't have made a difference though, but it is. I could dox myself using that coffee cup. All right. So why did I do that? I didn't need to do that. All I need to do is go down here to get rid of it. All right, so we'll load back in at Seaside. We're gonna fly up north to Port Angeles and see where we go from there because I'm not sure how long. Oh, I was gonna. Oh, you're killing me, MSFS. All right, so library. Hello, Mamba Gator Simulations. Actually reminds me, I haven't done any shoutouts yet. Ah, crap. Oh, God. I should delete my name as make my name a banned term. Actually, I guess it wouldn't matter because you're a mod still, anyways. Alright, let's try this again and see what happens now. I was hoping they would have put it on an update or a patch by now to fix that stupid CTD issue, but I guess not. Let's watch the cat jam for now. Hello, monster. What is this place and what do you do? You're getting to 1/3 of the time. Yeah, usually it's. I only started getting to like last few days at his home. That couple weeks ago or whenever it was, and that was it. Like before that, I wasn't getting it. Like I was almost wondering if it was. What did I? I almost started thinking because when it started happening was when I installed Dolly. Because I was trying to get like some kind of footage or whatever to kind of make like a little bit of a different like intro for the streaming stuff. And I almost kind of wonder whether if that might have been the cause of it, because I know when you're not always running it, but I kind of wondered like whether if it still kind of adds something to the sim in the background that still run regardless of whether if you actually have Dolly running or not. I don't know. That was just my suspicion because that's right when it started was right as soon as I installed that, but it sounds like it's not though. How's it going? It's going all right. How about you, monster? The only time I usually get a CTD, like the only time I've ever gone crash to desktops in the past, whatever, until like a couple weeks ago, would have been when there was either a scenery glitch, and that the only time that happened was in the eastern U.S. I think when I was doing a flight in Illinois or something. I think, or Michigan. I mean, somewhere up that way. Anyways, I think I took off from Chicago or something, whatever. And I was flying north up towards, I don't know, like Mackinac Island or something, I think. And the other times I get CTDs is usually when I make a change, like when I install something new, or whatever. But then it only happens the one time, and then the next time when I restart the sim, it never happens again. But usually, then I get like an error message that pops up when it happens, though. But this isn't even giving any error messages; it just happens, and that's it. Sunday, you only get them when you're loading the flight. Yeah, well, that's usually when I get them too. Is when after I'm messing around in the map or whatever, and I go to load the flight. But usually it doesn't. It does happen in the map once in a while, but usually it happens loading the flight though. After you've been in the map. See if I can do it this way. It still zooms in though, regardless. But all right, I'll come back to this for now. Very excited for your first stream. It'll be epic. Yes, it will. You should have been streaming tonight, monster. Would have been perfect with your name for Halloween and all that too. You should have done the stream tonight, even if it was just chatting or something. You should have done one. Still plenty of time. Yeah, there's lots of time. Perfect song for this. Oh, that's good. At least we finally got into the sim now. So, I'm in the RV14 again. I'm on North Europe, I think, for the server. So we are taking off from Seaside, flying up to Port Angeles. Maybe next year. Too many trick-or-treaters. They die down soon, don't they? That's nice about living in an apartment building. You don't get too many if you get any at all. I haven't had any in the Actually, how long have I been living here for now? 4 years, I think. 2019. Yeah, 4.5 years, and I've never had a trick-or-treater yet since I lived in this place. Hello, Iowa Scotsman. That's one thing I was debating about doing too, is installing X-Plane 12 because...
All right.
And Sim, thank you for the gift sub for Iowa Scotsman. Yeah, so I was debating about X-Plane because I seen that post that somebody posted in your Discord actually about the price of it going up soon from $79.99 or up to $79.99 US, I think it was. I don't know if that's them putting that out there, hoping that it's going to get more people to buy it right now because they haven't getting the number of purchases that are open for it or something, or whether they were originally planning on upping it.
All right.
Thanks to @SimCaesar for my sub gift.
For your sub gift. Thank you, Peter. Entered month 2. Oh god, it's a scam train. But hello, Peter. I was holding off to you a little while tonight so that you had time to... Because I figured you'd want to watch or something possibly because you don't get to watch very often, and probably wanted to have dinner and stuff too.
Simsy Pumpkin, Simsy Pumpkin, Simsy Pumpkin, Cheer 1, 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 Simsy Pumpkin.
And Sim, thank you for the 13 bits for Halloween. That's fitting. 13 Simsy pumpkins. My camera doesn't look great tonight either. I think this. Oh god.
All right.
Sim, thank you for the gift sub for M. Glickman. Yeah, so camera should be dark actually. I think the Elgato Facecam app or whatever reset the settings again, even though it's supposed to not do that. It's supposed to save my settings and that's it. Might have to set that up in OBS instead. But yeah, we're... Happy Halloween, everybody. The McRib emote. It is McRib season now, I guess. Some people probably wish it was McRib season all year. My coffee's already cold. Not used to that. Last time I was in here, it was still getting up to like 30 degrees in this room when I was on the computer. Monster, thank you for the 100 bits.
Happy Halloween, Simsy Pumpkin, Cigarette Rip.
The last one was great. I gotta hear that one again. I gotta hear it just because the last one.
Happy Halloween, Simsy Pumpkin, Cigarette Rip.
Speeds up for the last two. Wow. Yeah. I'm wearing a sweater tonight too. It's actually that much cooler in this room compared to normal. Usually I'd be just wearing t-shirts still. kids. Yeah. All right. So, and thank you for so far for the level 1 hype train, you guys. I don't really. I don't know. They make me uncomfortable. I don't know why. A lot of things don't really make me uncomfortable, but they do for some reason. But thank you, Monster, for the 100 bits again. Thank you, Sim, for the gift sub going to. Oh god, why am I drawing a blank already? I was trying to remember it without having to look at the Twitch feed. Yeah, the gift sub to Iowa Scotsman. Thank you, Peter, for the gift sub to M. Glickman. Thank you for the resub to Sim Caesar. And thank you for your resub from Sim. Why did I say that one, actually? And... ah. I feel like I'm missing something. Alright, let's get back into playing instead of listening to that wind howling. I might have to roll the time back a bit too because it's going to be dark by the time we take off. That should be good enough for now. We'll say the clock's rolled back already. Alright, so let's hope for no more CTDs. Shouldn't have one because I think once we're in the sim or whatever, usually it's fine. It's just in the world map that it does it. And I don't know if we're gonna necessarily follow like the shoreline and stuff. We probably will fly over the Astoria Bridge, which would be nice to see. That is a POI in the sim. I didn't look all that closely at the map, but I think there's a bunch of POIs up around Port Angeles as well too, so that we might be able to check out if I can remember what they are when we get there, or if they're noticeable. Sim, thank you for the 100 bits.
Mehu ha 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 mehu ha 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 ha. Okay, I shot my wad.
Oh god, your wad. I thought you were saving that for McRibs. Your wad. That sounds bad. Depending on what it could be. Actually, that sounds like a term for playing my humps. But I'm not going to play that anymore, though. Alright, let's get the plane started. There we go, now to try it. Oh, come on. Oh. Trackard decided to cut out tonight too, which I'm blaming the sim for that. Thank you everybody for the hype train. I'll go back and say the thank yous again though. Thank you. Where did it start? I'll go back for that. When Sim Caesar gifted the gifts of the Iowa Scotsman, Peter came in with the resub. Well, 2 for 20 months. And 20 months too already, Peter? I didn't realize it was that long, actually. Trackgar is not always causing problems. And then Sim Caesar with the 13 bits, Monster with the 100 bits, moo ha 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 bits, and Sim Caesar with more moo ha 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 bits. Trackgar is the one thing that doesn't cause problems usually. It's just the sim causes problems with it lately for some reason. Well, not lately, just tonight so far, which I'm blaming it on restarting the sim 3 times now, trying to get OBS to capture. What's with the noises that I'm hearing? Trying to get OBS to capture. What's with the noises that I'm hearing?
Mahu ha 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 Paris Hilton's bunghole Mahu ha 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 Paris Hilton's bunghole Mahu ha 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 Paris Hilton's bunghole Mahu ha 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 Paris Hilton's bunghole Mahu ha 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 Paris Hilton's bunghole Mahu ha 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 Paris Hilton's bunghole Mahu ha 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 Happy Halloween MC Pumpkin.
Thank you, Peter, for the 100 bits. Oh, Paris Hilton's bunghole. Should move that closer because I think it sounds better when it's closer to my mouth still. All right, so fuel pump. So are you hearing the sim sounds and everything all right? Yeah, it looks like it's happening in OBS anyway. I mean, too. So that's working. All right, so let's switch on. Should have had nav lights on already. I think I need a. There I am, putting my feet on the rudder pedals already when I don't need to be. Alright, so... Why am I drawing a blank already? I was fine earlier. I shouldn't be drawing a blank. Oh, hiccup. Turn that on because I'm going to use the autopilot at some point, I'm sure tonight. Or this afternoon, really. It's still early for... Actually, it's almost 6 p.m. now. When did I start? 40 minutes ago already? I forgot to grab my iPad for Navigraph. I might... Where did I put that actually? Be in my suitcase still, I think. I will be right back. I'm gonna go grab my iPad quickly and I'll be back in 2 seconds. I just gotta go find where it is. I'm pretty sure it's in my suitcase still, but I'll be right back though. No one's want is important. Unless you're Amaranth, then it matters, I guess. Oh, come on, it's making me sign in a Navigraph now. What? Wait, did you add the pumpkins in, or was that already, did that? I never know how to do that. Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier, but I'm not, I mean, I don't even know how to do that stuff. I'm not that techie of a person, I guess, still. I shot my wad stream, God. All right. So I imagine Seaside Municipal probably doesn't have a METAR or anything, but oh, you probably don't want to look at that cat anymore. But Astoria does, so I can go by what they are reporting, which is 250 at 4 knots. So we will take off. Well, let's just look at what the windsock is doing. But really, we can take off in either direction. It's not going to matter. It's only 250 at 4 knots, so who cares? Hello, AA Insanity. I'm not giving you my Streamlabs password. Plus, my Streamlabs password is my Twitch password too, anyway, so I'm not giving you my Twitch password. Peter said you're not doing it right. Alright, I'm getting positioned where I normally would sit as well too, so I'm not zoomed out too far. Alright, and I'm happier with that. Alright, so runway is to the east of us, or to the left of us. So we will taxi over to it, back taxi down to the end of 16, and we'll depart runway 16 to the south.
If you want my body and you think I'm sexy, come on sugar, tell me your Streamlabs password. If you really need me, just reach out and touch me, come on honey, tell me your Streamlabs password.
Do you really want me to play that song? Just try me, I'll do it. As much as I like having the dog in that seat, I might get rid of the avatars actually. Because it kind of blocks the view of the other side. Plus he's sunken into the seat anyways. All right, let's go. Where's that switch? How's your Halloween going, AA Insanity? Guess we don't need a back taxi. There's a taxiway here. Thank you, Sim. Thank you for the bitch here again, though. Flown in here before on my own, but I don't remember when it was. It was quite a while ago.
Oh ho 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 ho. Oklahoma, where the wind comes like a stream. Elements password.
Has he been bugging you for a Stream Elements password too, Peter? Thank you for the bit here, though. I guess I never put my taxi lights on, did I? Oh well, put the land lights on, strobe lights. That'll be good enough for now. Oh, I think he loves you just as much or more. Usually he lurks here too. He's not usually saying too much. Tonight he's a little bit more chatty than normal for some reason. Kind of makes me wonder why. Kind of scares me a little bit, actually. That's good. I'm doing all right. Well, I'm not gonna say doing all right. I'm doing good. I'm just hoping I don't get bothered too much because I'm trying to take AV now for my next cycle is what to do, so I should be off 3 weeks now as long as they don't bug me for anything. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're having a good night. He flew along with you today, Peter. That's got to say something. I would have flown along, but I was trying to take care of a bunch of work stuff, trying to get as much done today as I could so I didn't have to do anything for the next few weeks now.
Oh, Moony Moony, how was I supposed to know? Oh, pretty Moony, I shouldn't have let you go. I must confess that my loneliness is killing me now. Don't you know I still believe that you will be here and give me a sign. Hit me, Moony, one more time.
Thank you, Sim, for the bitch here. Somebody's listening to Britney Spears. The only reason why I know that is because my ex used to listen to her all the time and it used to drive me nuts. She drove me nuts too, actually. Took your boy trick-or-treated, now you get to fly somewhere now that he's sleeping. Well, that sounds like you had a good time then, at least. I think I remember you saying that when you had to leave Peter's stream earlier, actually, because I remember seeing that in chat that you had, that you were going to do that. That's good though, I'm glad you had a good time. So... all right. Should have stayed down low, actually, but then that wouldn't have been right, though. More for you. You call it the dad tax. I like that.
I love you, Mooney. And if it's quite alright, I need you, Mooney, to warm the lonely night. I love you, Mooney. Trust in me when I say, oh, pretty Mooney. Don't bring me down, I pray. Oh, pretty Mooney. Now that I've found you, stay. And let me love you, Mooney. Let me love you.
Do you regret your message yet earlier, Peter? And Sim, thank you for the bitch here. I think I might have to up that now. Text to speech. Maybe. Alright, if you can come off the rudder pedals, I don't know why I'm doing that again. Keep putting in right rudder all the time. You can fix that for me? No, you don't need my, I'm not giving you my password to fix that. I still don't have that set up. Hey, Insanity, I just use a basic root command still, or route command. So we took off from Seaside just south of Astoria, and we're heading north up to Port Angeles, which we should be coming up to the Astoria Bridge pretty quick, actually. Should be over there. Went to Astoria when I was younger, but I haven't gone over, I mean, that far south in years driving or anything. I remember going there when I would have been in grade, was it grade 12? Yeah, I think I was in grade 12 when I went there the last time, actually. It would have been 2000, yeah, 1999 or 2000 or something like that. I remember renting these mopeds or scooters or something and riding around there too. Pretty sure it was there. Either that or that might have been Seaside. I can't remember if it was Astoria or Seaside, but I'm pretty sure it was Astoria where you can do that. I guess a moped and a scooter are pretty well the same thing, aren't they? Guess we could see if we could fly under it. Then I gotta descend and climb again. Pretty sure you can fly under it. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to. All these other bridges that are usually point POIs and stuff, you are usually fly underable. You know what we could do is we could follow I-5 actually and go north along I-5 instead of just following the shoreline the whole way up. Let's descend.
Whoa, my love, my Caesar, I've hungered for your touch a long, lonely time, and time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love, I need your love, Godspeed your love to me.
Thank you for the bitch here, me or Peter. Lame. Alright, so do we go inland and fly along I-5, or do we stay along the coastal route? Keep following Pacific Coast Highway instead or something, maybe? I've flown along I-5 a lot in the past already, I think. Especially up in Washington. Actually, now we're crossing over into Washington State anyways. Yeah, let's follow the shoreline instead. I've done shoreline flying a lot though too, but we'll do... I think the scenery will be nicer. Starting to hear the firecrackers and fireworks going off. Happy Halloween. When I get up to altitude again, when I get up to 2,000 feet. Oh.
He shakes my ashes, greases my griddle, churns my butter, strokes my fiddle. My Mooney is such a handy man. He threads my needle, creams my wheat, heats my heater, chops my meat. My Mooney is such a handy man.
Sim Caesar, thank you for the bitch here. I'm starting to wonder that too, AA insanity, because I don't recall ever hearing that anywhere before, but yeah.
Caesar age, please rage against me, beat me down, forgive me for what I've done. I'm so lame, I'm so lame, I'm so lame, so lame, so lame, so lame.
Thank you, Peter, for the bitch here. No, you haven't made me uncomfortable, but just strange. Alright, so actually we're going northeast technically, so I could climb up to 1500 instead, which still keeps us down a little bit lower to see some of the terrain like this. I should really... Oh. Ah. Thank you for joining AA Insanity. I should really get that info command set up. I just don't know what... I mean, I haven't really looked at it too much or whatever to see what's involved with it and stuff. Like, is it all kind of automated, or do you still have to go in there and kind of set things up and stuff? was like even to the extent of like just updated in a route command and stuff. That even sound like a question, or did I don't know. Me no talk tonight. Alright, so yeah, I should turn on one of my lights. At least it'll make the camera look a bit better if I'm having camera on. Instead, it look like I'm washed off from the monitor now and having the exposure looking crappy like it is. Since when did it ever start showing me when ads are happening? I've never seen that before. Usually it just shows nothing. I was even wondering whether they're even popping up or anything anymore. That's... Huh. Well, sorry for the ads now I know that they're happening. I was always wondering if they were happening before or not, but now that I see that happening, now I know they are, I guess. Kind of thought maybe I was getting away. I thought them not actually popping up for people or anything like that. It was a short one? That's good, at least they're short. I see that it shows me the next one's in an hour, so I'm guessing it's only one ad an hour now or something. I guess that's not terrible. I can snooze them too. I wonder how long that snoozes them for.
Sim Caesar, you're breaking my heart. You're shaking my confidence daily. Oh, Sim Caesar, I'm down on my knees. I'm begging you please to come home. Come on home.
See, that song I know what it is. Thank you, Peter, for the bitch here. End on the start. Hello, barbecue beef. All right, let's set. The heading works right now, actually. Actually, no, we'll fly 345 instead. And all right, so how's your Halloween night going, barbecue beef? All right, camera can go off for a second. I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna turn that light on. That might look a little bit better now. It's not as fuzzy as it was before, but I still gotta adjust my settings zone, put it back to where I normally have them so that it looks better. I have another light too, but I just didn't feel like turning that one on right now because I gotta reposition it again. I rolled the time back around. I think I rolled it back roughly an hour actually from where the time was. I think right now my time in the sim is. Let's take a look. 5:30 right now.
Come on, SimC. Oh, I swear, what he means, at this moment, you mean everything. You in that dress, my thoughts, I confess, verge on dirty, come on, SimC.
Thank you, Peter, for the bitch here.
Lame.
Thank you, Sim, for the bitch here. What is the VL3? Look how easy that was using the track card to look and see where he is, looking up the top like that. Didn't have to use my mouse or anything to shoot, to get that view. Ah, that's what it is. Okay. It's funny that you're not showing up as that then. I wonder why it doesn't show up. I mean, like, I guess that's the whole model matching thing and stuff, I guess. Peter. Oh, you did that? I mean, it did look like that? I don't know. The first time I looked at it, for some reason, it looked like it was the Bonanza for some reason. Or kind of like that generic kind of plane that it shows or something once in a while. But then again, I didn't look at it all that closely either.
Failed.
Oh, thank you for the bit cheer, Sim. Thank you for the bit cheer again, Peter. I thought I changed the timing on that so they weren't as long.
And you really don't remember, was it something that he said? Are the voices in your head calling, Sim Caesar? Sim Caesar, don't you think you're falling? If everybody wants you, why isn't anybody calling? You don't have to answer, leave them hanging on the line. Oh, calling Sim Caesar.
All right.
And Sim, thank you for the gifts that go into Wills. Yeah, the model matching is always weird like that. Insanity too. Like even the last time I was wondering that as well too. I think it would have been maybe a couple weeks ago. I even looked to see if I even had the generic stuff turned on, or whether if I had the other setting on too. And I know there's the mods you can get to whatever to like change that, but I guess even they're still buggy too from what I was reading. So I just never even bothered to go on that route either. Happy Halloween, Wills. We're just flying along the coastline of Washington State right now. We took off from Seaside in Oregon and we're heading north, and we're actually not that far north of Astoria yet. We're right around South Bend, right? I mean, actually. Blunt Smoke Trauma, welcome on in. I think I've seen your name around Peter's stream, haven't I? Just get rid of the server command. Want to have that already in the route as far as the server goes. Pop around between a lot, to be honest. Yeah, I'm sure I've seen your name somewhere before. I know I have. No, I don't stream often, so that would be one reason why, but thank you for the follow. I'm not as consistent as a lot of others. I'm usually like every second week, and then that's even if I can manage to get one of those going as well too, because of my work schedule and things like that. But thank you for the follow again, though. Guess I could pause that while I'm drinking my coffee, can't I? Did you get a lot though, or was it not very many? Are you gonna have lots of candy left over that you're gonna be eating when you're streaming? That's gonna make you act all weird, kind of normal. I buy a little bag just in case someone does knock on the door, but it's like I said, like in 4 years that I've been here, never seen one yet. So I would just, I usually take it over and give it to my sister, and her two kids after. I mean, because I usually don't eat candy anyways. You're a little sick from eating too many Reese's Pieces. I'm in the RV14, Blunt Smoke. The Vans RV14, I think it was developed by that SWS, I think was the developer for it. You're sad you didn't get any of those tonight? You have it, but haven't flown it yet? That's good. It's not like really special or anything, but it's good though. Like, I like it. It's probably one of the planes that I fly the most just because we're just messing around with this kind of stuff. It's already, and I've flown it on when I was doing one of the cat ratings last year. Actually, that would have been a little over a year and a half ago. I've flown it once on there too for doing one of the cat ratings on Pilot Edge, and it worked fine for that as well too. I think I did it. I think it was the one where you fly out of LAX. I think it was the one where you're leaving the Bravo airspace or something like that, and then flying south. I think that was the one time I flown it on there. It's good though. I mean, like, if anybody, was asking for like a suggestion, it's one that I would recommend. It's still got its little flaws, whatever, like the autopilot, little quirks with the autopilot and stuff, whatever. But other than that, it's good though. I think Spundot that comes around once in a while to this stream, and usually to Sims and Peter streams or whatever. She just got it not too long ago too, and I think she said she liked it the first time that she flown it. This flight's actually getting pretty quick. I figured it was going to take longer going up to Astoria. Or not Astoria, Port Angeles, but maybe what we'll do is we'll land at Port Angeles and we'll take off again and head. down over towards like Tacoma or something. Maybe instead, land at Tacoma Narrows. I think I'm gonna update that command for that actually right now. What is it? KTIW? Is there still any chance that you're gonna do a stream tonight, Sim? After the Halloween stuff slows down? Can you hear the fireworks through the mic, or is it still quiet? It's funny, they're not as much as, they don't happen as much as they used to anymore either. Like, I find usually it's around New Year's that you hear fireworks more than anything now. Caesar after dark. I'd be scared to see what that would be. That's one thing I still haven't done yet is lately. I know it's there. I mean, yeah, I still haven't done a golf stream yet. Doing the Scotty after sunset stream or anything like that. I haven't done. I know somebody was saying a couple weeks ago that actually it would have been a week ago that my fans are demanding it, but I don't know. I get the feeling there's not too many people that are really interested in watching me play PGA 2K23. Two people that have asked me the most about it usually would be Vega or Sleazy does it again usually, and that's it. Oh, Queen was at Airstrip. So Port Angeles, without looking at the chart, I mean, still haven't zoomed in on there yet, but I'm not sure what the winds are doing, but usually the runway runs east to west, I think. Actually, that's right. There's two runways there. There's the one short one as well, too. But 08 and 26 were the ones that I usually landed on before when I've flown in and out of there. See what the winds are there right now. 130 at 3 knots, so 08. I think. We could do 13, like our plane can land on the short runway. Hey, Spun, I just mentioned your name a couple minutes ago. I don't know if you were lurking then or not, but I was just talking about the RV14 and how you purchased it just a little while, I mean a few weeks ago or a couple weeks ago, I think it was. I'm gonna have to go to the washroom soon after having a coffee again. Simped. Show. Oh god. Split-Knot's not gonna come back now if we start that. Have you flown it much since you've flown it that one day on Peter's stream, or have you... Because that was the first time you used it was on Peter's stream that one day, wasn't it? If he gets carried away, Spun, I'll unmod him. All right, so Insanity's there. That's an RV14, so I'm guessing it must be Blunt Smoke then that joined in. I wonder why the tag's not showing up. That's weird. Well, thank you for flying along. So is that the actual livery that you chose, or is that just what the sim chose for this? I'm curious whether the model matching's working for yours or not. I'm happy that at least one plane's showing up as it should be, though. Ah. The one that I have spun out is the TDS. I did have the free version of the PMS at one point, but I never... Actually, that one still works. I mean, You prefer the PMS? I like the PMS for the fact that you have the updated nav data because it goes up, because it updates with Navigraph and stuff, but... There are some things that I do like that this has that doesn't have yet, though. At least from what I remember the last time I used it, though. You have the lifetime? Ah. There was... When I reinstalled the sim or whatever, and I reinstalled the plane or whatever, I did have that one chosen. So I used it for like a day before I realized that it was the wrong one. But the only thing I found that was kind of funky with the PMS in this plane was that the screens would dim after a while for some reason, and I could never figure out why that was, so I switched it back to TDS, and I never had that problem since. Like, they would start off bright, but then they would go dim after a while, and I'm not sure why that was happening or anything. The T people. Yeah, but they both got their perks, though, like... And I'm sure that, since the last time I really used the PMS, I'm sure they've probably done quite a bit with it too since I used it last, which the last time I really used it would have been... Actually, when did the TDS come out? That was a couple years ago now, wasn't it? I never got the TDS right away, though. I waited a little before I got it, though, so I'm thinking I've been using the TDS now probably for a year and a half. But I do wish the nav data was more current in it, though, because there are places that I've flown into where I do notice that some of the stuff doesn't exist in it that should be there. Or like one of the arrivals, even flying into my local airport, it doesn't match up with the current one now because it hasn't been updated. I think so, Spundar. I think with the paid version, I think you get more in the PMS than you do with the TDS, or with the free version of the PMS. Hello, Blue Echo. Even this has no traffic, though, unless you're on Pilot Edge or VATSIM. But just in the sim right now, though, it doesn't have traffic. There I can see the planes on that screen because it's the default G3000 or whatever it is in the sim, but this one here, like the TDS, doesn't show traffic unless you're on a network. How's your night going, Blue Echo? When did I put my caps lock on? Yeah, see, that's one thing with the PMS, is at least you can see traffic on the PMS. But yeah, the TDS doesn't give you traffic off the MSFS networks, which in some ways I guess it's not a bad thing, depending if you're flying along in a big group flight with a bunch of people flying like close to you, then you don't have to worry about the alerts going off constantly for it, traffic and stuff like that. But at least in this screen, though, I can still see that there's people flying along anyway, so like that's one good thing with the default Garmin in the plane as well too. Yeah, mine's the TDS. The main place you can really tell the difference is in the menu here. In the home screen is where you really notice the difference because you have some of the different buttons on here that aren't on the other one. But that's it though. But at least from the last time I remember using it anyways, let's go take a look at the PMS again and see what's changed on it since I used it last. I've been forgetting to change fuel tanks again. Yeah, that and it's even laid out a little bit different too. Like even with the grayed out buttons that are still a little bit of a different layout for them as well too. I think there's like one or two here that are different than what's on that one. I'm trying to remember which ones they are that don't exist on that, and which ones are on that don't exist on this now. I'm gonna make a turn and fly out towards Nia Bay instead of going right to the airport right now. I'm gonna make a turn and go back out towards the shoreline actually. That way we can go around the mountains here too and start climbing over the Olympic Mountains. Sunset. Yeah, A Insanity was saying that the sunset was nice earlier as well too when he was seeing it in his. Same with what time he was running, because I rolled the time back a little bit when we took off Spun Dot, so I wasn't seeing it at the same time as he was. You're still working out how the Garmin's work? There's still a lot of stuff that I haven't used yet with it too, like a lot of the features and stuff I still haven't figured out, and there's still little things that I do wrong with it, I think too, like when I'm putting in the flight plan and stuff sometimes I think I make the odd mistake where I might put something backwards possibly or something too, so it kind of does these weird things where I keep forgetting to activate like the approach and stuff as well too. When flying in certain airports, if I was gonna fly like the ILS and things like that, I think. And close enough that the light show up, but not close enough that the plane is showing up yet. Actually, maybe it is. Just a little bit far to see it. I think we'll land at Port Angeles and then I'll take a quick break and go use the washroom quickly, check my dinner to make sure it's not burning, which it shouldn't because it's in the crock pot or a slow cooker, and then I'll be right back and we'll start the second leg. And fly down to where did I say we're going to again? Oh yeah, Tacoma Narrows, that's right. Could have even gone down to Olympia, actually. No, I never did. I didn't even know there was an Orbix Halloween challenge, actually. Let's take a look at that. Oh, the cat's back up again. Is it under mission? Oh yeah, there. I mean, or is it this Halloween hunt you're talking about, Spundot? Oh yeah, you put the link there too, actually. Hello, house. Who's the nerd calling the people? Somebody a nerd. That's the one. I'll have to take a look at it after. The elusive Grim Reaper's hiding in the shadows, waiting for you to fly about and uncover him in 8 different locations in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Enjoy flying through the various locations with eerily realistic graphics, and make sure to keep a sharp lookout for as many Halloween spooks and specters as you can at each location. Did you end up doing this, Spundot? Find the Grim Reaper in the wide and ominous skies as he hides in plain sight. Take screenshots of the Halloween hunt items as you find them while navigating the eerie skies. Who you calling nerd dog? You only found one Grim Reaper, not a good detective. Nah. You were watching somebody too doing that AA insanity? I'd imagine there's probably multiple people doing them. I mean, tonight actually. It's funny, there's actually a bunch of people not even, I mean, that are normally doing Flight Sim that aren't doing Flight Sim tonight for some reason. Alright, let's close that. Kind of fun deciphering the clues and looking for them. I'll have to take a look after. At it afterwards. I'd imagine it's probably going to be up for a while too. Usually they don't seem to take things down right away, so actually the other two are. God, I'm now getting hiccups. Not really hiccups, more indigestion, but you see, they still have. I mean, the last two up from the last 2 years as well too. So I'd imagine it'll still be there for a while to take a look at actually. Oh yeah, I forgot I was wearing a Fox Racing hat. I like it because it fits a little bit tight. It's not as loose as my Blue Jays hat or my Mariners hat that I have, so it fits nice when I'm using the track car, so it's not always like shifting around and stuff. So it fits a little bit snug, but it's not too tight to the point where it's like hard to wear. They usually put up a Christmas challenge too, don't they? Three, four. Actually, we'll go 335 instead. No, I still never did house. I mean, I don't have the money to buy a chair right now anyway, so it's not. It wouldn't even matter if I looked at it right now. I'm gonna see what I have when Black Friday comes around and see if I can maybe get something then, possibly. The Reaper might scare my hiccups. Maybe. Slant 40. Is this Slant 42? Is that what they're called? Spun dot? Is that? I mean, I know. I mean, I'm trying to remember what they call themselves with that. The plane becomes a sleighing reindeer with reindeer. I didn't. We'll have to mess around with that at Christmas time. Parallel 42. That's what it was. That's right, Parallel 42. I keep forgetting what it's called. I keep looking at the two slashes or whatever. I keep thinking it's like slant for some stupid reason. I don't know why. Actually, I know why. It's because I look at Slant Alpha's logo for his channel, and that's the reason why I think that. Yeah, I might take a look at chairs in a couple weeks, like when it gets closer, and see what I have to buy something then. But I'm still, I don't know. It's probably gonna be tight for a while now, actually. With how carried away I've gotten in the past with other things, I just kind of can't afford to buy a new chair right now as much as I want to. Maybe wait till Christmas, and that'll be my Christmas present for myself, maybe, because we don't buy Christmas presents for each other and my family anymore. We got away from doing that. My dad used to when he was still alive, whatever, used to want to buy stuff every year still, but it's just something that we just figured now with how old we are. There's just no reason. Like, if we need something, we'll just get it ourselves usually. Otherwise, just buying more stuff that's just going to sit around that we're not going to use and things like that. You're only using 8% of the throttle in that plane to stay with me? So I'm going too slow then. That's funny. I didn't realize that either. Your parents bought a new TV every 4 years right before the Summer Olympics. Get the last little bit of the sunset there. We'll turn 5 degrees to the left as well too. I actually didn't realize that plane was that fast though, to be honest. I was kind of figured it was a little bit slower too for some reason. I usually kind of pick this one because it's kind of like mid-range between like, it's kind of like the mid-range level for the speed. Like, means it's slow enough that I can still pull the throttles back for people that want to fly like a 172 or 152, but it's fast enough that if anybody's flying anything faster, they don't have to usually slow down too much either. That was kind of one of the reasons why I kind of stick with the RV14 a lot too now, but I should really fly that 172 that I got a while back from Skipper Jeff. I think he gifted that to me back in the summer, and I've hardly even flown it on stream or anything. The odd time they do come around, I'm never in it. which kind of sucks because I'd like to fly it when he's around, actually. Just make sure the chair size is a good seat. I mean, the chair has a good size for my bottom parts. I mean, for my ass. Because my ass isn't as big as it used to be, I guess. You're only 135 pounds? Holy crap. That's like just a little under half of what I weigh. For me, if I was to buy like even one of those Secret Labs, I gotta buy like the Secret Labs Titan, or I think, or something like that, like the bigger one of the two, though. My buttocks. Be like the minion, say bottom. Yeah, no, Speedo says 350, still in the green zone. Oh no, I'm not gonna buy a $4,000 chair. There's no way. You're 6 foot tall, 230 pounds. Your SL Titan fits great. Yeah, I'm 6'5" and usually hovering like around 275. I find right now. I did lose a little bit. Like I weighed more. I probably weighed like another 25 pounds more than what I do right now. Like this time of the year last year. But I lost a fair bit at the start of the year though. And I've been trying to lose a little bit more, but yeah, with something that happened back in February, I lost around 25 pounds then at that time. See, that's one thing I hear about the Secret Labs chairs is that they are good and they do last or whatever. Like, I just always wondered how comfortable they are. Like, the only thing I've heard that's bad about them is sometimes they start to squeak a little bit because I guess the post or the shaft or something that the top sits on to the base or whatever, I guess kind of might bend a little bit after a while or something, but not a lot, but just enough that it kind of makes a little bit of noise I heard or something like that. But there's one guy that comes around that we talked to quite a bit, Fester Geek or whatever, he swears by those chairs as well too. Defenseman. Hockey defenseman, or do you mean like football or something in their house? I used to play, I mean, actually, I was looking forward to getting out and playing hockey again this year, but that's not happening this year. I'm hoping to get back into playing baseball next year, actually, or I mean, like slow pitch, I mean, at least. They are stiffer than most people expect, but it's actually good for you. And you get used to it, it's still super comfortable. You've had no noise issues on yours. God, did eat a chunk out of your armrest though. The armrest, you can get those foam pads that go over top of the armrest too though, can't you? I was looking at that too when I was looking at those chairs a while back actually, because I've been debating about getting one for quite a while now. It'll be better, anything's better than this chair that I got from Staples. Like this chair that I bought from Staples is just, like there's no cushion left at all in it anymore. Like it's almost like I'm sitting down right on the plywood base of it now. You never had an issue with your chair? The weekend gets lots of hours and it's still comfortable? I guess long hours, I mean. Yeah. See, now that you say that you weigh 135 ounces or whatever, I can see why your chairs last a while too, but I know people do swear by the GT racing chairs too, though. Oh, the sun's down. We might have to roll time back again when we get to Port Angeles. You think you went through 3 or 4 chairs in a year or two before you got it? You also had a Staples chair, cheap, $150. Definitely worth the money. Yeah, I'll take a picture of the chair. I mean, actually, no, my room's kind of a disaster right now too. But it's actually I might be able to find it still because I'm pretty sure Staples still sells this chair actually. Then I can show you the one that I did buy. I bought this chair back in 2019, so I have got a lot of use out of it. Like it has lasted me, what's that, 4.5 years now from when I bought it. So I think I bought it like right around the time that I joined Twitch actually, which would have been mid 2019, I think, or was it 2018 when I joined Twitch? The back has always been good on this chair for the most part. Like the only thing that I have a problem with is that it makes a lot of noise. And you can probably hear that. And the cushion on the bottom, whatever, is just destroyed now. But the armrests on this chair didn't last very long. Like the armrests on this chair look terrible now. They looked like this not too long after I got it. That I could take a picture of. They did this weird ripple thing. I'll post the picture on my Discord actually. Under the general channel, and you can see what they look like there. Actually, I can show it on Tabletop Android. Thank you for the follow. How did the rest of your stream go, Tabletop Android? I was in there when Sim raided, but I wasn't able to say much because or not when Sim raided, when Peter raided you earlier. Hello, Andrew Fireball Logic. I'm doing good. How are you doing? Your favorite chair is recliner. You could lay the seat back and then lean all the way back, almost flat, and it still keeps up your fat ass up. I like that. You didn't start that long ago. I figured you would have been going still when I could have, so I could have raided you, Melvin. But welcome on. Thank you, Melvin, right, for the raid as well too, and thank you for the. I was hoping you were still going to be on, so I could have raided you tonight for a change. Hello, Jeffrey B. I was just looking to show people what kind of chair I have still that's pretty well falling apart, but because we started talking about desk chairs. But we're just flying in Washington State right now. We're just flying up north to the Northwest Point, and then we're going to fly east towards Port Angeles, land there, and then we're going to. I guess I never really have it on much, do I, when you come in? Usually, I started using the face cam back in... When did I get it? Like, almost 2 years ago now, and I hardly ever use it, to be honest, but... Thank you, though. I'm glad, I mean, I should use it more, actually, if I have it. You bought a main gear chair, find it very sturdy and well built. I'll have to keep that one in mind, too, actually. Spundot to look at that. You ended up crashing the FN-33. Your landing gear was stuck up, so you tried to land in the water, but came in too fast. That sucks. Lessons learned, though? Yeah, I guess that's always a good thing, too. I always learn a lot when I make mistakes, which I make a lot of them, what you guys usually see. Hello, Tim Dog. Make sure I didn't miss anybody else. I think I got everybody. I did. That's good. I didn't want to miss saying hello to anybody. Getting close Halloween already. Too many kids. You're running out of candy. When you run out of candy, just turn your lights off and act like you're not home. Discord doesn't want to open on my phone now for some reason. Oh well, I guess I'm not sharing that picture of my armrest on my chair then. Oh, there it goes. Alright, so... Alright, in the general channel in my Discord there, I posted the picture of the armrest so you can see how rippled it looks and how crappy it looks now. You know, notice they're all out of stock. You got yours on Amazon. I'll have to take a look at Amazon too, because I hear Amazon actually has a lot of good options. A lot of good options for chairs, and I've never really looked at them too much. At least on Amazon, you can usually get stuff pretty cheap as well too. You got your GT Racing there too, or GT Racing chair. They're also $259. Got it on sale for $159. That's actually not bad, House. That's pretty good. That'd be more than a third off of the price of it for, I mean, price for it then, wouldn't it? Monster. Problem is your kid's bedroom faces the street, so they see the light. Yeah. Every time you crash, you learn a lot of tabletop Android. Yeah, me too. I usually feel embarrassed though when I do it though, and usually it's every time Melvin Leroy comes in is when it happens. I always embarrass myself a lot in front of him, but I know he says don't worry about it, that it happens to everybody and stuff, but I still get embarrassed when I do it though. I might laugh about it when it happens, but it still kind of does bug me a little bit when it happens. Alright, let's see if we can find my chair that I was talking about here too. Not that one. Pretty sure Staples sells it still. I'm pretty sure the last time I was in there, which was actually, yeah, there it is. That's the one I have. So you can see the armrest or whatever, like the armrest looked alright when I first got it, but then they started getting this weird ripple thing, and on the inside of the armrest, the edge started peeling off of it actually, and then you can, all the vinyl or whatever starting to wear off of it too, and you can see like the cushion on the bottom is just completely worn out, and it's falling apart. Look at the price of it though, like holy crap, did it ever go up? It wasn't $380 when I bought it. I know it wasn't, because there's no way I would have bought a chair for that much back then. Holy crap. Like, did they make changes to it that can justify costing that much now, or what? It looked nice and everything. Like, when I first got it, like, I looked at it, I'm like, holy crap, this looks like a nice chair, but like, it wasn't $380. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the armrest though, but no, like, I mean, they look crappy, but they still do their job and stuff though. It's more the bottom of the... Uh-oh. Crap. Oh, Jesus Christ. Ah, oopsie. No, you weren't a distraction. I distracted myself, Spawn Dot. And I wasn't quick enough to get back in there and fix my mistake. Kind of reminds me of somebody else on Sunday fly-alongs once in a while. All right, what are the buttons again to... Yeah. Well, I guess we don't have to make that turn to the east anymore because we're already facing that direction. Oh. All right, so... All right, we're back in business. Now we just got to descend a little bit. And... That happened today on Peter's stream? I wish I was flying along now to see that. I was watching or whatever. I didn't think we seen it in the stream though or anything like that. Sorry, Blunt Smoke Tram. I seen your message there too. Whatever, tell me about the hill, but I missed it. All right, Lovely Roy. Thanks again for the raid and everything, and I hope you have a good rest of your night. And we'll see you another day here. Hello, Star Lugo. You rolled the time back just in time to see the hill and descend. I would have been facing in the right direction. I would have seen this stuff if I was actually paying attention instead of having it covered up with my... I was just looking at the chart, at the price again of the chart, and I just seen the trees start showing up. I'm like, oh crap, and I was pushing the wrong button trying to get my tracker hard work again to pull up. Oh... Yeah, talking about mistakes or whatever, and that happened. So now I learned from my mistake again to pay attention better when I'm flying. Oh, 2 minutes till an ad starts again. Hello, Space Dog. Alright, I think I need to trim the plane out again. Yeah, it is a sim, so that's a... Yeah. That's true. Don't get hurt when stuff like that happens in a sim, which is always a good thing. Alright, let's get some lights on at least anyway. So I can see the switches. Alright, we're back to 1,500 feet now. Let's set our head in bug. So I'm probably going... Oop. I did not like that. Alright, so... Why is the autopilot not going on now? How's the flying? Well, it's going good, I guess. Considering that I just had a crash and stuff, and we had the slew to get back up in the air again, but it's going good otherwise. How's your night going, Space Dog? It is dark. All right, come on, autopilot. Why are you not going on? And why are you wanting to climb? You wish the ads were at least something cool? You know what? Let's do this.
All right.
They keep playing Valorant commercials. No one wants to see Valorant commercials. No problem. Thank you for flying along. And because he tried to warn me that I was flying into a mountain and I missed it.
All right.
All right, I feel like I missed a bit of chat though, trying to get the autopilot going again here. But I should do this. No, thank you for playing along too, Blunt Smoke Drama, and thanks for trying to warn me about the mountain as well too that I was flying into. I read it a little bit too late. No, it's all good. Thank you for flying along and everything. I do appreciate that. I seen you were streaming that late last night, Commander Space Dog. I watched for a couple minutes, but I couldn't stay very long though. I saw you had my window there as well too, which is nice to see. Cumulo granite clouds. Hello, Ascended Gravity. It was funny. I bet the look on my face probably said it all too, didn't it? That's one good thing with the camera on. At least you get my reaction from that. I should make a clip out of that actually. I've never really done much as far as like making clips or shorts or any stuff like that, but I should go back and get that one. You screwed up and had to play it twice to fix your mistake. What was the mistake you made in it? Hello, Ann Wolfie. How are you doing? Good to see you. That's Vancouver Island right over there, not too far from us. Souk is right over that way, actually. That's the little town of Souk, which is just to the west of Victoria, actually. You can kind of see, like, the light. Actually, no, you can't see the lights of Victoria. Well, the sky might be lit up a little bit from it, from Victoria, but that's it, though. You didn't kill someone you needed to. Didn't like the decisions the game made to make, made you make, that makes sense. I gotcha. Yeah, now it's even showing me a timer for pre-roll ads, and it never used to show that before either. That's weird. I don't know why this stuff suddenly started showing up today. But even OBS is acting weird too. Like, I'm having to use display capture tonight because it's not capturing the sim for some reason using game capture. But I might just be something as simple as restarting the computer again though to get that to work right. What do you figure? Should we leave the time as it is right now until we land, or should we roll the time back and give us some daylight again? I tried playing WoW for like a month, House, and I can never get into it. I mean, some of my friends played it a lot. Like, there was a couple of them that used to play like every night. I mean, like till late at night or early in the morning and stuff. And I just, something that I can never get into for some reason. Like, I didn't mind watching people play and stuff, but it's something that I can never play myself. Though. Really. Just CTD, oh, that's crap. Sorry, Insanity. That sucks, especially when we're almost at the destination, too. If you get with people who know what to do, it is fun. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I could always give it a shot and try playing it again, maybe. But I think the last time I played it would have been when I was able to get like a free month or whatever of playing it or something, or I was able to play up to like a certain level or something. I think, or something like that. But what do they charge now for it? It's $15 a month. Yeah, I don't think I could pay $15 a month for that right now. Is it one of the few things that you spend money on, though, House, or do you usually spend me, or like if it's one thing that you're spending money on a month or whatever, then that's not bad. It's not like it's gonna make a big difference as far as like putting it towards a new computer with it only being $15. But like if it's multiple things that you're spending money on in that sense, then it could make a difference. It's weird, never really happened before. Yeah, there's been a lot of weird issues though. Like I had a CTD right at the start of the stream too when I was trying to get going. I'm not sure if you're here still then, or if you're here at that point or not yet. $15 in bits, $15 in WoW subscription, the WoW subscription, so $30 a month. Even then, like, if you average that over 10 months or whatever, that's $300, whatever, like, you'd still be saving up to build a computer now. You'd probably be having to save up for, like, at least 4 years or 5 years in at that. I guess every little bit still does count, though, doesn't it, House? Gotta save for MSFS 24. Yeah, that's one thing that Insanity though is he doesn't have a computer that can run MSFS right now, I think. I think that's one thing he's been trying to save up for is for that reason as well, too. Well, House, quit using your bits and stuff here. At least anyways. I know you keep on saying that you want to support and stuff like that, but you guys just showing up and talking to me or whatever and hanging out and flying along is enough support. Like, honestly, save it and use it for other stuff that you gotta use it for. Alright, so I'm pretty sure that's our airport right ahead of us there. And I think we were saying before when we were looking at the winds, actually the winds have died right down to where it's nothing now, so we can land either direction we want. So we'll go straight in for 08 then, if that's the case. Welcome to Twitch Bits Anonymous. So the airport elevation is 291 feet, so our pattern altitude would be pretty well 1,300 feet then if that's the case. Seen Sim just started up the sim. It makes me wonder if he's going to start screaming or not. You joining back in AA Insanity, or are you just calling it a night then with the CTD happening? Oh, you're back. Awesome. All right. Let's hand fly the rest of it, and then we will... I'm not going to bother taxiing to the ramp or anything. We'll just pull off to the side of the runway quickly. We'll take a quick pause, and I'll go use the washroom, then we'll come back and start the second leg of our flight. I have dinner waiting for me to eat, but we've only been going for 2 hours or whatever, and I really don't want to end yet. I'd rather keep on going still. Sticks your hand out the window to make it fly. Can't end it like that, gotta get back on the horse. Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. It's flight sim too, so it's gonna happen. It's inevitable if flight sims to do that kind of stuff. Like I explained, used to crash me once in a while too, but it was never that often though either, but it did happen though. It's just one of those things I guess that happens with flight sims. All right, the autopilot's off. Can't see the fuel selector switch, and there's no lights to... Kind of wish it gave you the option of using a flashlight, because the next plane you could use a flashlight. Oh, probably in a car or going down the road, maybe Space Dog. I'll tell for the flashlight. Ah, perfect. Thank you for that. I didn't know you could use the flashlight when the plane was running or anything. That's great. Thank you for telling me that. House. Can you hear the fireworks going off, or is it still quiet for you guys? I can hear them now, but I'm wondering if it comes through on the stream or not. Is that a mod that you got to get for that, Space Dog? This isn't terrible though, like it's not like over bright or anything either, to the point where it's like too much or anything. Alright, I'm gonna focus on my fly now so I don't botch this landing too badly. We are a little high because I'm seeing 4 white, no red. Always happy to help. There I go again, looking at chat. You play World of Warcraft, Spundot? I think I might have asked you that once before. You might have mentioned it before, but I can't remember if you did or not for sure, though. I don't remember if I did a flight into Port Angeles in this sim or not before. I know I've done it, flights into here in X-Plane, but I don't remember doing a flight in MSFS here before. Actually, no, that might be a lie. We might have done it earlier on when I first started streaming. When was it, like 2.5 years ago now? When we did Pacific Northwest flying, I think. Oh, we're gonna float it down the runway, aren't we? I think that might have been a 3-pointer. Oh, we could have actually turned off there. There we go. There's a taxiway. Ah! Well, that wasn't ideal, was it? Of course, there was no signs or anything. Nice blunt smoke drama just touched down, and this AA Insanity is right behind them. So what I'll do is I'm gonna back taxi, or not back taxi, well, taxi back down to 08, stop there, holding short quickly, and then we'll take a quick 2-minute break, and then we'll come back and take off again for whoever wants to fly along. You're Gil had a Friday Night Raid, and you used to love that, switched to ESO. Taxi lights can come on, so we can see a little bit better, I guess. Well, that landing wasn't terrible, considering that we crashed already once today. I guess it was nice actually having a good an alright landing. It wasn't much of a flare, though. I kept thinking if I was going to pull back and flare, I would have wanted to kind of float longer again. Elder Scroll Online. I was wondering what that stood for. Like, I've heard of Elder Scroll, but I didn't know. I've never heard of ESO being used for that. You play it every now and again if you can't sleep. I don't know. Is that something you guys would be interested in watching? Is something like that? All right, park and brake on. All right, I'm going to mute my mic for a minute, go use the washroom, and then we'll be right back and we'll carry on again. I'll be 2 minutes. And if anybody has to leave, thank you for hanging out, and thank you AA Insanity and Blunt Smoke Drummer for flying along too. I hope you can fly along for the second leg, but if not, I completely understand. But I'll be right back. I just added that in today for some reason. I don't know why. I just started thinking of the stupid cat jam thing again or whatever, so I added that in for the sake of it. Because I got it on the starting screen too. I mean, starting screen too. Perfecto. I think they put the constellation stuff in your AA Insanity because I think a lot of the I mean, some people do the... What's that type of flying that you can do with the celestial navigation or something? I mean, I think it's what they're... Some people do, so I think that's... I think the stars are... Like the certain constellations, stars and stuff are actually modeled in the sim. I'm debating about leaving it at night. Just so that when we fly around Seattle or whatever, we'll see the city lights and stuff too, instead of switching back to daytime. Get something to eat, Spun Dot. I'm good still. I had lunch or whatever and stuff too, and I had a snack before I started, so I'm good today. I actually have been eating during the day, so I'm not like needing anything like right now or anything. You like PGA golf too? Okay, so you're another one that does like PGA also. I'll have to stream that some night again coming up. I keep putting it off because I always worry about how many people actually really want to watch that or not. Yeah, that's one thing that's cool about this AA Insanity. Like, I'm not sure what... Actually, I'm not sure if X-Plane ever had anything like that modeled in there or not, too. Alright, so what do you figure? Nighttime, or should I switch to a time where we'll have like a sunrise or something flying east? One of the dippers is at our 2 o'clock? Oh yeah, it is too. That's cool that you point. I mean, thanks for pointing that out. I never really looked at that stuff too closely. Like, I know I've heard of people streaming that kind of stuff and like watching, I mean, or talking about it, but I never actually like looked or anything like that. But now that you pointed that one out, it actually is there. That's neat. Oh, did you see this yet, Spun Dot? You approve? U.S. subs in World War II did celestial navigation because they were mostly underwater during the days. Ah, I see. Anti-gravity. Enjoy the slobber all over your seat. Yeah, I heard that it doesn't show up in every plane, does it? A Insanity. I wonder why that is. You think it would give you the option of having it show up in every plane, but turn them off in every plane as well too. Instead, I mean, give you the option of either. Because the one thing I don't like too is that if you want to get rid of it, you have to delete the weights and stuff, whatever, for some of them to not show up in the plane as well too, because it doesn't always give you the option to turn it off, which kind of sucks. There were some other ones too that I seen Spun Dot that you can get that where you can have like 2 cats also as your co-pilots or something like that. When I was looking this up, or when I was trying to download them after you told me about them. Yeah, and it shows some external, but not from inside too. That's another thing. Maybe that's something that they'll change in 2024, but I doubt it though. I think that's one thing that they probably won't look at all that closely. Let's leave it at nighttime. I want to leave it at night because then when we get to Seattle, we'll be able to see the lights and stuff as well too, which would be kind of nice. We'll fly towards Port Townsend or whatever, then we'll make our turn and head south from there down towards Tacoma. Then we'll be flying along the west side of the city, which will be nice, or the west side of the city to see. I mean, which would be nice. All right, let's go. I still see. Just make sure I didn't miss any chat when I was going to the washroom. See, somebody just started sim again. It makes me wonder if he's just doing stuff or whether if he's getting ready to stream or not. Alright, I think we're good. I think a lot of it was just talk amongst yourselves as well too, which is good. All right. There is no real en route waypoint. It's just we are just gonna fly along the north shoreline, and then we'll fly when we get over Port Townsend. Actually, we can use that as a waypoint. 059 or 0S9 will be that airport here. Actually, let's plug that in. Yeah, that's 0, not O. So 0S. Jefferson County International. And then our end waypoint is, what is the ICAO for Port Townsend again? Or not Port Townsend, for Tacoma Narrows. KT. I can't remember offhand now. Yeah, KTIW. You have a friend that lives in Port Townsend? I remember driving through there when I was younger, like when we went on a little bit of a summer vacation down in Washington, like when I was in school still with my dad and stuff like that, but it's been a long time since we went there though. Oh, land lights on. Yeah, so 0S9 will be that'll be where we will make our turn going to the south. Actually, I can type that out in chat here. Let's go to the map view. All right, we're off. That one was a little bit louder than the last ones. Oh. Pushed the wrong button there. I forgot to. I used the mouse to turn my camera position when I shouldn't have. Blunt smoke still too, and AA insanity. Nice. We don't do much flying at night, so it'll be nice to actually do some night flying instead for a change. As long as there's enough lights to look at along the way at least too. Alright, pull the power back a little bit. Already climbing through where I want to be. Alright, so... Where did that change? I know why. Do not throw Candy out the window unless she has a parachute. You were just ahead of me when I was looking? Nah. Yeah, I knew you were there though anyway still, because I've seen you when we were on the ground still. You were behind me and stuff as well too when we were pulling onto the runway, so I knew you were still there at least. So the flashlight was Alt L. I gotta remember that. And then there's the pooch. House. I think it gets a full head of steam on takeoff. Yeah, it sounds like it's pretty quick if you're only at 8% power too, flying along. Did I finish my coffee? Oh, still got a little bit left, even though it's cold. That actually reminds me, the other day I went to Starbucks, and I don't know why people like getting coffee with ice in it instead. Because I asked for a venti caramel macchiato, because it's like one of the couple things that I don't mind drinking from there. They gave me one that was iced instead, and I didn't even ask for ice. I usually don't go to Starbucks. I usually like McDonald's instead. It's cheaper and it's better. I hope Spundot's name is not Candy. Oh, God. This isn't bad. At least there's some lights to look at along the way and stuff. It's a queen. Could have actually flown over Point Wilson instead, which would have taken us right over at the north point of Port Townsend and Setmean as well too. It is Halloween. And no, it's not. You're lucky. Wouldn't see Point Wilson though right now because it's dark anyway, so that would be more of a VFR waypoint that we would use in the daytime when it's light out. I don't know, I think I like the idea of flying at night for a change. At least we'll be able to see some of the moon looks cool over the lake. Let's turn off the landing lights actually. Oh, that was the strobes. It's not the taxi lights on too. I should actually put my time to real time now that we're just flying in the dark. There we go, now I can see the moon. Hides in a corner. Hey, Spun Dot. I think this is the first time you've flown along on this stream. Nice. In the RV-14 too. So there's a few of us now. We got, actually, hold on. I think I see Ascended Gravity too. So we got A, Insanity, Blunt Smoke Trauma, Ascended Gravity, and Spun Dot. Lemon Dot. You mean White Dot? Oh no, I don't mind. Of course I don't mind. That's awesome. The more the merrier. Every flight is a group flight as well too. The only time I would ever turn off the MSFS traffic would maybe be on Pilot Edge, and that's it. But like that ever happens often. I don't think I've flown on Pilot Edge on stream yet because I tried troubleshooting it the one day when I was having that audio issue. But I don't think I've used it. I've done a couple flights on there since then, but I haven't done it on stream or anything yet. But even then, I might leave it on still anyways. If I'm doing just VFR stuff, whatever, then it's fine. That was cool how you flew by like that too, and then you were able to make the turn like that quick. That was neat. No, I am happy to see you fly along. It's nice, I mean, that you're able to, finally, and then Ascended Gravity 2 and Blood Smoke Trauma, obviously, and me and then AA Insanity flying along this whole time as well. That's great. Hello, Riz. How's your night going? Oh, we already made our turn heading south now. Missed that. Probably when I was looking outside and couldn't really tell when it was dark, I mean, because it would be in dark. Hello, Twitchy Mash, welcome on in. Been good, just got done with the dinner, that's good. Time to relax now, it sounds like then. Alright, let's switch tanks again, try to keep up on that now. I made enough mistakes already tonight. So yeah, for anyone that's joined, we just took off from Port Angeles, flown over Port Townsend, and now we're heading south to Tacoma Narrows, which will be our last destination for tonight. I wonder if the Tacoma Narrows Bridge shows up in the sim. We'll be landing right beside it, actually, because that's where Tacoma Narrows Airport is. Time to burp and fart, really, house? Sounds like something I would say. There are tutorials in a Twitchy Mash that you can do. I never did any of them because I was already kind of into flight sim before this came out, but there are tutorials you can do in it though. Honestly, right now though, I'm not sure if I'd get. I'm kind of hesitant on maybe even suggesting to people even buying it right now, to be honest, because if it's like MSFS 24 is announced whatever to come out this sometime next year as well too, so it's like the next version of this sim is coming out, so I'm not sure if it's even worth getting this one now or not. But it does have tutorials in it though, like even Peter was saying there as well too. Yeah, YouTube videos are really good for learning this stuff as well. My dinner in the crock pot is I made a hamburger soup tonight. So that's what's in the crock pot for me right now. It's on Game Pass. Well, there you go too. I keep forgetting about that actually because I haven't used Game Pass in years. But yeah, you got a good point there. So like, then yeah, I'd get it then if you want to give it a try, then go ahead. for sure, then that's a good. I mean, good way of getting it then. No, that's good. It's especially on a day when it's like today. We're deciding to do that. At least something putting like something like that in the crock pot. It's ready to go anytime now, so it's easy to make. Just dump the stuff in there and let it sit in there all day, and it's perfect for after. I mean, for done when I'm done streaming. You got an Xbox at all, Twitchy? Here, Xbox is actually pretty good for it too. The only thing I forgot to get for a Insanity was potatoes. I wouldn't have minded putting potatoes in it, but I forgot to buy some potatoes when I was at the store last, so I forgot to add those in. But I'll probably just right before I eat it, I'll probably put some noodles in it or something just to soften up, or even just put rice or something in it too for something else. PS4, it's one thing that sucks is it never made it cross-platform either for PlayStation or anything either. Yeah, it's definitely worth it. Like, at least with the new PC too, you'll be able to do a lot of other stuff with it as well too, if you want to do more than just flight sim as well. You've had meatloaf for dinner the last few days from work. Just nuke a slab here and there. See, that's always good too. That's one of the things I get once in a while for takeout when I'm on the road and stuff. Like, there's just one restaurant in Kamloops that has good meatloaf that I get once in a while from there. Yeah, free food. Yeah, see that? Free food is always good no matter what it is then in that case. You had meatloaf for dinner tonight? No, I want meatloaf. Probably got meatloaf. Actually, I'm not going to work for the next couple weeks though anyway, so I'll probably have meatloaf when I go on away again next time for work, which will be in a few weeks. Another 10 more minutes and there'll be ads again. Yay. Oh, there's the lights of Seattle ahead of us. Well, when I go to work, I mean, I'm off for the next few weeks now, so I mean, well, I still haven't, between myself, my coworker that looks after, I mean, that helps me out with whatever, some of my stuff, whatever, we worked it out that I'm going to take the next few weeks off, so I'll take my days off for this 7 days that I normally would be off for. Take my next cycle off, which would be next Tuesday to Monday, which would be my next work cycle that I would take off, and then I'd have my next off cycle off after that as well too. So like, when I go back to work on the 20, what day would that be? Would normally go back to work on the 7th, but I'll be off until the 21st. When I go back to work on the 21st, I'll be going up to Kamloops, BC is where I'll be going to. That's where actually all my guys are going to be working for a change. They're all going to be working in the same area again, which would be nice because it'll be less driving that I'll have to do. Not for you. All right. Did you have to drop off their blunt smoke trauma? Why am I saying trauma? I should be saying trauma. Must have had to. I didn't miss him saying that he was leaving or anything. That could be 2. Alright. So... Bainbridge Island is right there. So the shell for the Bravo is 6,000 feet, so we're below that. Not that it matters because we're not flying on a network, but if it did, we're at a good altitude for going under it. Owen Field should be right over there somewhere, actually. I wonder if we're close enough that we'll see it. Should see SeaTac. SeaTac should be big enough in the sim that we'd be able to see the lights for SeaTac. So what is the elevation for Tacoma Narrows? 295, so same as last time then, 1,300 feet, pretty well for our pattern altitude. What are the winds doing right now? Calm. So we could either do a left downwind or right downwind, come in on 3.5 instead, or we can do a go straight in on 1.7. Yeah, let's do a left downwind. Then we can see the bridge too when we're coming in, possibly, if we can see it at night like this. Oh, a river you're jumping? You should have jumped earlier when I crashed to the mountain house. You're a little late for that now. I feel like I'm shouting again for some reason. I always feel like I'm shouting when I'm talking into the mic. That hill was a surprise. Yeah, it was. It was for sure. House. Seattle doesn't look like it's all lit up that well in the sim. Like, obviously you got all the city lights and stuff, but you don't have like any of the features kind of lit up, like the Space Needle and stuff like that. At least I don't think it's lit up in the sim, is it? Owen Field should be right off our wing right now, like it should be right over there somewhere. SeaTac should be right there pretty well. But I'm not seeing any of the lights. Like, you think even with the runways running north to south at SeaTac, you'd still see the lights at least anyways. Like, we're not that far away from there. Pretty sure where those bright lights are right there. That's probably SeaTac right there. Or right there. Yeah, that could be Twitch too for that. Oh well, I was hoping to see some of the lights over there at least anyways, but you never know, it could be the haze too causing that actually. Alright, so we are 11 miles away. I think we'll start down now to... Well, it's only 200 feet to get down to pattern altitude, so we're pretty well already there anyways. Visual for 3.5. Put that in there and actually use it for a change. No, I don't want to. I'm gonna hand fly it though. All right, so can't even see it in daylight. Too much haze right now. That's got to be the reason why then. Because you think right now, like usually we'd be well close enough that you'd be able to see the approach lights and stuff too. Help right they usually are for the runways too, so that makes perfect sense then. Nice thing about being on a North Europe server is that there's not many people flying in the US right now on North Europe, so the FPS and everything's holding up pretty good right now, it seems like. Alright, start slowing down a little bit. Not watching my altitude or anything. I'm looking at the chat again. Alright, I'm gonna ignore the chat for a bit so I don't botch this landing too badly or anything. I want to try to do decent like I did on the last one. So it's nighttime, so there's probably no lights here actually because that airport should be right there. Oh, we're flying away from the airport again too. Probably didn't make the best choice, did I? I haven't flown that Turbo Arrow for a while. You can see the blue runway lights now? Okay. Alright, let's make that turn now. Should have been a little bit lower actually now. What did I say it was? 295 feet for the airport elevation? I think that's what it was. Oh, I was getting a little bit of stutter in there when we were turning. Turned a little bit too soon. Well, I should have stayed in the left base a little bit longer, I mean. So I turned out of that left base a little bit too quick. It's clicking. But that downwind was a little bit longer than what it needed to be too, I guess. I keep descending more than what I should be too. Alright, let's get over to where I should be. Like, I'm not even lined up right now either. So I'm guessing that must have been the haze again that was causing it not to be that visible when I was looking out in that direction before when we were passing by. I couldn't even see the beacon before either when I was looking, but now you can see the beacon too. Put it to noon to find it, and then back tonight. The haze is very thick. That makes sense then. That was a good time to reset my position. Oh, of course I had to bounce at that time. Came in a little bit too quick. Bouncy butter. It was more like a frozen brick of butter that was thrown or whatever and bounced off the ground. There it is. Alright, where are we going to taxi to? Didn't want to go there. There's the tower. We'll park over by the tower. Yeah, it's a little bit stuttery now, so the FPS is catching up with me now that we're closer to Seattle, but all the screens probably don't help either in this plane. Thinking... Guaranteed it'll be smoother than mine. Nice one, Spun Dot. Espanol disabled. Oh, El Panel. I had a feeling that's kind of what you meant, but I wasn't 100% sure though when you're El Putzel and El... I'm surprised he never makes a joke when he uses El Nav, saying El Nav, like it should be having E on the front of it for EL Nav. All right, let's... Parking brakes on. Pause the track IR. I'm going to mute the sim sounds, but we'll get a screenshot with everybody that's left still. That's better. All right, let's roll it back to daytime. Or at least a little bit lighter than... Actually, that's... Oh, I might have to move over a little bit. All right, whoever's beside me, don't move. I'm going to reposition myself so that you show up a little bit better. My plane seems so small and dinky beside the other two. At least Spundot's flying something that's the same size too. All right, I'm going to... Hopefully my Xbox controller still works after dropping it before. Let's go to the drone cam. Oh. All right, what am I looking for? Actually, you know what I could do? I can do... There we go, I got one. I was in the external cam, Peter, when I was repositioning. Yours is roughly the same size, maybe a little bit smaller. All right. Thanks for flying along, AA Insanity and Lemon, or Spundot. I was going to say Lemon Dog. And Ascended Gravity and also Blunt Smoke Trauma. Thanks for flying along earlier too. I'm sorry. Wish you were here still so I could thank you, but thanks for flying along though anyways, just in case you do hear this at some point. It was fun, especially the hill getting in the way there too. It added a little bit of entertainment, I guess. And it's you guys that make the stream great as well too. I thank you for that, AA Insanity. And no problem. Thanks for flying along. I appreciate that. That's giving you the sub or whatever, just to cut out the commercials, whatever, just for flying along. Is I'm happy to do that. All right. So I think I got a screenshot like right when the last little bit of the sun was up there still too for that picture. So it would have been a nice picture. I didn't post it to the Discord yet because I got it a different way. I used the F12 or whatever. So I took the screenshot and sent it to Steam, but I'll just take it from Steam and I'll put it into Discord afterwards instead of using the normal way that I've done it in the past. And you too, Ascended Gravity. And I'm gonna go back and say some thank yous here quickly. And then we'll see who's on still that we can raid. So tomorrow I'll be back at my normal time, which is 1 p.m. Pacific time. I will probably be on a decent amount of time again tomorrow too, I'm thinking. Sim, I know, was saying that he was hoping to maybe do the jump seat tomorrow, depending on what, I guess he was saying he needs to talk to quad still. So we'll see how long we go with that. Well, I'm sure he'll probably do a stream on his regular channel tomorrow night too if he doesn't do the jump seat. But we'll figure out what we're going to do then tomorrow, and then we'll be back again Friday. Sim will be back again Tuesday. I know he said he's going to do bonus stream on Tuesday. Peter's back at noon Pacific time on Tuesday again as well too, and then Sim will be back after that. So we'll do our next stream on Friday after tomorrow as well. But all right, let's go back and do what I was going to do at the start here. So at the start of the stream, Sim came in with his tier 3 resub for 20 months. Thanks again for that, Sim. I really do appreciate that, especially with it being tier 3 as well too. I don't deserve that, but thank you though. And then coming with a bitch here right after that as well too. And then thanks for the Sim for the gift sub going to Iowa Scotsman. And then thank you, Peter, for your resub as well too for 20 months. That was also a gift sub from Sim Caesar. I'll point that out as well. And then that kicked off the hype train. And then Sim came in with the 13-bit cheer, which is fit for Halloween. Peter came in with the gift sub going to M. Glickman. Thanks again for that, Peter. And then Monster came with 100 bits. 100 bits. And then Sim came in with 100 bits too for that as well too. Thanks again for that, Sim and Monster. Thank you again as well too. And then Peter came with 100-bit cheer again as well too. Thanks for that again, Peter. And then Sim came in with another bit cheer. Peter with another bit cheer. Sim with another bit cheer. Sim with another bit cheer. Peter with another bit cheer. Sim with another bit cheer. Peter with another bit cheer. And then Peter with another bit cheer. And then Peter with another bit cheer. Sim with another bit cheer. Sim with another bit cheer. Peter with another bit cheer. And then Sim Caesar with a gift sub going to Wills and Nats. Thanks again for that, Sim, and thanks for hanging out tonight too, Wills. And then Blunt Smoke Trauma came with a follow. Thanks again for that, Blunt Smoke Trauma. Thanks for flying along as well too. I really do appreciate that, and hope you hear this, and I hope we see you again. And then Tabletop Android came with the raid as well too. Thanks for that again, Tabletop Android, and Andrew Flybo Logic. Thank you for the follow as well too, and thanks for hanging out tonight.
Bit cheer 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 bit cheer.
And then Sim, thank you for the bit cheer there again. And then Cool Del Guy came in. Thank you for the follow as well too. I think I missed that when you came in with the follow earlier, but I'm sorry about that. I hope you're still here, and thank you for the follow, Cool Del Guy. And
Peter with another bit cheer, 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 Peter with another bit to your Peter with another bit cheer. Happy Halloween.
Thank you, Peter, for the 100 bits. All right, and then continuing on, Melvin Leroy came into 30 with the raid as well too. Thanks again for that, Melvin Leroy, and hope to see you sometime during the week again as well too. I was hoping that I was going to be able to get raid him tonight actually because he was on earlier, but I didn't think his stream was going to be that short. And then yeah, now Sim with the bit here, and then Peter with the 100 bits again too. Thanks for that. Thanks for everything, you guys. And Spun Dot, thanks for flying along too, and thanks to Insanity for flying along again. Center Gravity, thanks for flying along.
Thanks at Scotty Too Hottie. Simsy Cloud Simsy Rose.
And thank you, Spun Dot, for the 100 bits. Oh no, not a hype trade. Oh. Wills, thank you for the 100 bits.
Choo choo.
Choo choo. uh, yeah, but thanks again, everybody, for flying along, and thanks for the bits. Thanks for the subs, the resubs. Thanks for just being here. I had a fun night, and I'm glad I didn't get disturbed by any trick-or-treaters, which I was pretty sure wasn't going to happen anyways, because being in this apartment building, I never get them anyways, which is nice, I guess. Just not going to give away the candy to my niece and nephew, I guess, and they probably don't really need it either or want it, but I'm sure they'll have some of it. Oh, look what you did. Yeah, this is the second one tonight, too. We already had one earlier, too, Spun Dot. But yeah, I really do appreciate you guys hanging out and flying along and stuff. And I know I know we were all hoping that Sim would have been able to stream tonight still too, but I know he had to give out candy and stuff too, with people kids coming to his door and stuff. So I was happy that I got to kind of take advantage of the time anyways and stream tonight, considering I don't get to do it as often as I would like to do or wish that I could do anyways. I wasn't taking advantage of it like I was trying to fill his space or anything. No, nothing like that. I would much rather have watched him stream still as well too than do this tonight. But, well, not that I don't. That came out wrong. I'm happy that I got to do this tonight. I'm kind of hoping that at some point I can get around to streaming more. Actually, lately I've been really liking doing it again, and I know I took a bit of time away from it last year around this time, and a little bit at the start of the year too, with everything that happened and stuff, whatever. But I've been doing it for 2.5 years now, or just over 2.5 years, and I haven't gotten a chance to do it as much as what I have. Here's a fresh shovel. Thank you, Peter. But yeah, I haven't gotten to stream as much as what I was hoping to, or whatever, and I'm happy that I've been able to get around to doing it more again lately, even if I do get interrupted from time to time with work or with phone calls and stuff, and sometimes being a little bit late starting to stream. But I'm off for the next 3 weeks as long as my boss doesn't have any objections to me taking my week off that I was planning on taking next week. So, and he shouldn't, and if he does, he can kiss my you know what. How did you say that in Sweden again, Sim? I know you did that text speech last time. I'm trying to remember how you said it now in Swedish, but yeah. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to take more advantage of the time over the next 3 weeks or whatever, and even get more streams out than what I have been to. And I was even thinking of doing like a couple videos or whatever, and even posting a couple things to YouTube actually, because I started that YouTube channel like a few years ago too, and all I was doing was like sending my VODs over to it for a while, but I kind of quit doing that. But I kind of want to make like a couple different videos and maybe put some stuff there too. And I was even thinking of putting like some clips and stuff there too, actually, for my streams and stuff, just for people to see. Like even my landed or that crash tonight. I was thinking maybe I'll clip that and put it as like a short, or put it as like a Twitch story or something too, now that they have that feature. So I kind of want to start doing more. I kind of want to, and it almost kind of, well, I know it makes me want to
kiss min rumpa.
Kiss min rumpa. Thank you, Peter, for the bitch here. But yeah, I want to start doing more of this stuff, and part of me, I'm looking at what I can do to maybe even step down with some of my stuff at work and seeing if I can afford to just go back to a union side position or something at the start of next year when everything kind of starts up and ramps up again for the start of the year. So it might make it so that I'm able to do more of this as well too. So fingers crossed, we'll see if that happens or not. I didn't miss the hype train. Or I didn't miss the hype train either. I'm more than happy about even without hype trains and stuff. But I appreciate you guys doing what you did or whatever, even for that second hype train as well too, and the first one. And it's obviously like I know I've said it's not stuff that I'm just gonna shut up now. I appreciate it, but it's obviously not needed or expected or anything. And it's like it's like I said in the past, I do this more just to hang out with everybody and talk and fly and stuff, whatever, because it's just more the company side of it than anything. Like it's just I still try to get out and do stuff as well too, and things like that, like when I can and when my friends are available and stuff to do that as well too. But this is just another thing that helps keep my time occupied, and I enjoy hanging out with everybody here as well too, and talking to all of you. Like it's just it doesn't get much better than this still, to be honest, really. But all right. I'm gonna get carried away with that again and start just rambling on, repeating myself in different ways and stuff. So we'll see who we can raid tonight. There's one person I see that's on that I used to stream Flight Sim quite a bit before, but he doesn't stream it anymore though. But maybe one time at some point he will do. Trying to see if there's somebody that I can raid that we haven't raided yet that I want to raid, but there's a few. I mean, everybody that's on so far I've raided in the past, but I'm thinking you chronic rambler. You know how it goes. Yeah, I know what I want to say. It's just I have a hard time trying to get the words out. And then I keep trying to repeat myself until I hopefully get it right, but it seems to come that way. Gotta go to bed, or A Insanity. Thanks again for flying along. I really do appreciate that, and I'm sure we'll see you again. I appreciate that you came back again tonight too after the other night, and even rejoined it too after your CDD and everything. But have a good night. I appreciated everything that you did tonight too. Let's go raid. Let's raid Cargo Fire. I raided Cargo Fire like quite a while ago, and it's been a long time since I raided Cargo Fire. He's doing a Halloween theme tonight, I think, for his stream. You better cancel that now. Troll. Child. Ha! I figured out how to do it now. No, thank you, Spundot. Thanks for flying along tonight. It was really cool to see you. Have you fly along. And I hope we can do it more again in the future. And I really do look forward to it. But anyways, thanks everybody again for hanging out tonight. Thanks for flying along. Thanks for everything. And we'll see you all tomorrow, hopefully. Bye, everyone. Have a good night. Thanks, Iowa Scotsman. And Blue Echo, thanks for hanging out too. And thanks Peter and Sim for modding as well too. Just and except for that Raid Amaranth part.